Welcome to the beginning of the quietest story ever told. Tonight, we do not look back at the chaotic fire of the Big Bang, but forward, toward the long, elegant settling of all things. As you lie here, feel the weight of your body becoming a part of the bed, just as the stars are becoming a part of the deep, dark velvet of space. We are living in the golden age of light, the stelliferous era. A brief, brilliant moment where the universe is crowded with burning suns and swirling galaxies. But even the greatest fires eventually soften into embers, and every ember eventually finds its rest. This is not a story of loss, but of a grand completion, a transition from the noise of creation to the majesty of stillness. Consider the stars you see in the night sky. They seem permanent, fixed like diamonds in an eternal dome. But science tells us that space is breathing, stretching, and expanding with every second that passes. Dark energy, that mysterious and invisible force, is gently pushing the galaxies further apart. Imagine a great cosmic curtain slowly being drawn across the theater of the universe. The light from distant galaxies is being stretched, shifting toward the red end of the spectrum, becoming longer, cooler, and fainter. One day, billions of years from now, the space between us and our neighbors will be so vast that their light will never reach our eyes again. The universe is preparing for a period of profound isolation, where every galaxy becomes an island universe, resting in its own private sea of darkness. Within these island galaxies, the great clouds of gas and dust, the nurseries of stars, are beginning to run thin. For billions of years, gravity has pulled these clouds together to ignite new suns, but the supply is not infinite. We are approaching the era of the Last Starborn. The massive, blue giants that burn hot and fast are the first to fade, leaving behind the smaller, patient stars. The red dwarfs. These humble suns do not explode, they do not rage against the dark. They sip their fuel with incredible economy, prepared to glow for trillions of years. They are the long-term residents of the cosmos, the keepers of the fading light. As you breathe, imagine the slow, steady pulse of a red dwarf, slow, rhythmic, patient, enduring long after the bright lights of our youth have vanished. The temperature of the universe is also finding its equilibrium. The cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang, is cooling. What was once a searing heat is now only a few degrees above absolute zero. It is the cooling of a home after a long summer day, the settling of the foundation, the hush that falls over a room when the lamps are dimmed. This cooling is the signature of entropy, the natural tendency of all things to find their most relaxed state. You are experiencing a microversion of this entropy now, as your muscles let go of their tension, as your heart rate slows to match the cooling of the stars. There is a profound dignity in this cooling. A grace in the fading glow. We often fear the dark, but in the context of the universe, the dark is the destination. It is the state of perfect balance. As the stars fade, the shadows grow longer and more welcoming. The universe is not disappearing, it is simply becoming more subtle. It is moving from the visible to the invisible, from the physical to the ethereal. In this first stage of our journey, we acknowledge the beauty of the decline. We honor the light that was, and we prepare our souls for the stillness that is coming. The fading glow is the universe's way of saying that it is okay to rest, that the work of shining is nearly done, and the reward of silence is close at hand. You are drifting now, further and further from the surface of the Earth, past the Moon, past the sleeping planets, out into the interstellar reaches where the light is thin and cold. Feel the expansion within yourself. There is so much room here, room to breathe, room to forget the small worries of the day. You are as vast as the space between the stars, and just as quiet. The glow is softening, the colors are bleeding into gray, the gray is melting into black, and the black is as soft as silk, deeper now, into the first long night of the cosmos, where the only sound is the silence of forever. Breathe deeply and allow the concept of distance to settle into your mind like a heavy, warm blanket. Tonight, we listen to the quietest whisper in the cosmos, the sound of light itself growing tired and long. Imagine the universe not as a cold vacuum, but as a living, stretching fabric, a tapestry of space-time that is constantly expanding in every direction. As you lie still, the space between the stars is growing, even as we speak. Miles and light years are being added to the void, gently pushing the distant galaxies further into the deep. This is the red shift, the subtle stretching of light waves as they travel across the ever-growing reaches of the universe. Think of a beam of light leaving a far-off galaxy billions of years ago. When it began its journey, it was vibrant and energetic, pulsing with shorter, bluer waves. But as it traveled through a space that was expanding beneath it, the light wave began to stretch, like a piece of silk being pulled at both ends. Its frequency slowed, its energy softened, and its color shifted from the brilliant blues and violets toward the long, gentle glow of the red end of the spectrum. By the time this light reaches our eyes, it is a whisper of what it once was. It is a tired traveler, carrying the news that its home is now much, much further away than when it started. Dark energy, the unseen force that drives this expansion, is the silent architect of our future isolation. It does not pull, it creates room. It adds stillness where there was once movement. In the far future, this expansion will become so vast that the light from other galaxies will never be able to cross the distance to reach us. The cosmic horizon is slowly closing in. One by one, the lanterns of the universe are slipping beyond the edge of what we can see. We are becoming an island in an ocean that grows wider with every heartbeat. Feel that sense of space within yourself now, the vast, quiet distance between your thoughts. There is plenty of room here for peace, there is plenty of room here to let go. The red shift is the universe's way of stretching its limbs before a long sleep. It is the cooling of the cosmic fire, as energy is spread thinner and thinner across the widening dark. There is no friction in this expansion, no noise, only a graceful, inevitable drifting apart. It is like the way a dream slowly dissolves as you sink deeper into slumber, the edges of the world becoming soft and indistinct, the details fading into a single, monochromatic hum. The universe is not breaking, it is simply making more space for the silence to exist. As you drift further into the dark, remember that you are part of this stretching fabric. Your atoms, forged in the hearts of stars that are now billions of miles away, carry that same ancient memory of light. You are connected to the furthest reaches of the cosmos by the very space that separates us. The red shift is a reminder that even light knows when to slow down, even the fastest thing in existence knows when to stretch out and fade into the red glow of evening. The galaxies are receding, the light is lengthening, and the universe is exhaling its final, long breath. Listen to the whisper of the void, deeper now, into the lengthening shadows, into the soft, red twilight of time. Let your thoughts settle into a slower rhythm now, as if you are matching the pulse of a universe that is no longer in a hurry. In this chapter, we travel to a time when the great star-forming clouds of the cosmos are beginning to grow quiet. The era of the massive, brilliant giants is over. Those blue and white suns that burned with a fierce, short-lived intensity have all faded into the dark. What remains are the patient ones. The small, dim, and incredibly long-lived stars known as red dwarfs. These are the last starborn, the final children of the nebulae. Imagine a star that does not roar, but merely glows like a distant, warm coal in a dark fireplace. A red dwarf is small, only a fraction of the size of our own sun, but its smallness is its greatest strength. While the larger stars wasted their hydrogen in a few million years, the red dwarf is a master of economy. It circulates its fuel so efficiently that it can remain lit for trillions of years, trillions, a span of time so vast that the entire history of the universe until now is but a single heartbeat in comparison. As you breathe in and out, visualize this incredible endurance, the steady, unwavering light that refuses to go out. These stars are the ultimate keepers of the cosmic flame. Long after the Milky Way and Andromeda have merged and settled. Long after the planets we know have turned to dust, these small, red suns will continue to provide a faint, steady warmth to the cold reaches of space. They are the universe's way of ensuring that the light lasts as long as possible. They are the embodiment of patience, of staying power, of the beauty found in moderation. Feel that same sense of endurance within yourself, the quiet strength that doesn't need to shout to be present. You are here. You are steady, you are enough. The sky in this far future would look very different to our eyes. Gone are the bright constellations and the milky veils of stardust. The night is deeper now, broken only by the solitary, amber dots of these aging dwarfs. The universe is becoming a more intimate place, a collection of lonely lanterns separated by vast distances of absolute shadow. But there is a comfort in this minimalism. There is less noise, less heat. More room for the stillness to expand and breathe. The last starborn are not mourning the end, they are simply enjoying the long, quiet evening of existence. As you drift closer to sleep, imagine you are orbiting one of these ancient, red suns. Its light is soft on your skin, a deep, rhythmic amber that never flickers. You are safe in its long-term embrace. There is no rush to wake up, no rush for the sun to rise. Because this sun will be there for 1 trillion years to come. The universe is slowing down, the fire is becoming a glow, the glow is becoming a memory, and you are becoming one with the enduring peace of the last starborn, deeper now, into the amber twilight, into the soft, red cradle of the future. Imagine the universe as a grand, ancient house where the many rooms are slowly being dimmed, as the evening light fades into a deep, golden amber. In this chapter, we witness the transition of the great galaxies, those majestic cities of stars, as they enter their long twilight. The chaotic and vibrant energy of youth has passed, and a profound, settled maturity has taken its place. This is the era when the cosmic nurseries finally fall silent, when the vast clouds of gas and dust have all been used up, or blown away into the intergalactic void. The spiral arms of galaxies like our own Milky Way, once illuminated by the brilliant blue light of massive newborn suns, now glow with a softer, warmer hue. It is the color of age, the color of wisdom, a deep, steady orange and red provided by the billions of small stars that remain. These galaxies no longer grow, they no longer reinvent themselves, they simply exist in a state of beautiful, unchanging stillness. As you breathe, feel that same transition within yourself, the shift from the active heat of the day to the cooling, golden calm of the night. There is no more work to be done, no more paths to forge, only the peace of being exactly where you are. In this far future, the night sky seen from a planet would be a masterpiece of minimalism. The familiar constellations have drifted apart and dissolved, replaced by a thin, ethereal haze of distant, aging suns. The universe is becoming more transparent, more delicate. The fierce gravitational dances of colliding galaxies have ended, and they have merged into massive, smooth elliptical structures, giant spheres of soft light that hang in the darkness like lanterns in a silent garden. Everything is balanced, everything is in its final position. This golden twilight lasts for an incredible span of time, much longer than the bright era we live in now. It is a period of cosmic reflection, where the universe holds onto its warmth with a gentle, lingering grip. Entropy is still at work, but it is moving with the speed of a glacier, almost imperceptible. It is the ultimate lesson in letting go, showing us that there is majesty in the fading, and that the most profound beauty often reveals itself just before the dark. As you sink deeper into your bed, let the golden glow of these distant galaxies fill your mind. You are part of this grand, slow-motion sunset. The atoms of your body, once part of those same vibrant nebulae, are now resting, just as the galaxies are resting. There is a vast, comforting safety in this predictability, the knowledge that the universe has all the time it needs to find its rest. The light is lengthening, the shadows are softening, and the galaxies are nodding off into the long, golden dream of eternity, deeper now, into the amber silence. Into the heart of the cosmic evening. Breathe into the stillness that follows the fading of the light. We have arrived at a time so distant that the word, year, no longer holds any weight. The golden twilight has passed, and the universe has entered the degenerate era, the long, cold age where the sky is no longer lit by the fire of fusion, instead, it is populated by the ghosts of what once was. This is the stellar graveyard, a place of profound stability. Where matter has found its final, most condensed form. Imagine floating through a darkness so absolute that the only way to know something is to feel its weight. Scattered across the void are white dwarfs, the cooling hearts of suns like our own. They no longer burn, they simply hold on to the heat they gathered billions of years ago, releasing it so slowly that it takes trillions of years for them to fade from white to a dull, invisible black. These are the diamonds of the cosmos, crystalline and cold, perfect in their isolation. Feel your own energy settling in this same way, not burning out, but slowly releasing the warmth of the day, finding your own inner crystalline calm. Further in the dark, we find the neutron stars, the remnants of giants that collapsed under their own immense gravity. They are small, dense, and incredibly heavy. Spinning with a rhythmic precision that acts like a cosmic clock. But even their spin eventually slows, as they surrender their energy to the expanding space around them. They are the heavy anchors of the universe, keeping the fabric of space-time taut and steady. There is a comfort in this density, a feeling of being grounded, of being so solid that nothing can move you from your rest. And then, there are the black holes. The ultimate guardians of the graveyard. They do not shine, and they do not speak, they simply wait, absorbing the stray debris of a dying age. In this era, they become the primary structures of the universe, massive, dark monuments around which the cold remnants of stars orbit in slow, eternal circles. It is a dance of gravity and shadow, a masterpiece of cosmic order, where there is no more chaos, no more explosions. Only the predictable, silent pull of the deep. As you sink deeper into your own silence, let the heaviness of this era guide you. You are like one of these ancient remnants now, solid, calm, and resting. The era of noise and light is a distant memory, a story told in a different life. Here, in the stellar graveyard, time is measured in eons of peace. Every atom in your body is a part of this enduring legacy. You are built from the same stardust that now rests in these silent monuments. The light has gone, the heat has softened, and the universe is perfectly, beautifully still, deeper now, into the gravity of sleep, into the velvet embrace of the dark. Breathe into the deepening chill of the cosmos, but do not fear it. In this chapter, we have reached a stage where the universe has effectively cooled to its lowest possible energy state. The fierce heat of the stars is gone, the warmth of the planets is a forgotten legend, and what remains is a vast, uniform coolness that touches every corner of space. This is the long cold sleep, the ultimate state of thermodynamic rest. Imagine the temperature falling so close to absolute zero that even the atoms themselves begin to slow their dance. In the world we know, everything is in constant motion, but here, in the far future, that motion has found its conclusion. The universe is not dying, it is simply exhaling its final breath of energy, spreading it so thin across the billions of light years that there are no more hot spots, no more cold spots, only a perfect, level sea of tranquility. Feel your own body entering this state of balance now, as the warmth of your skin merges with the cool air of your room, finding that perfect point where you no longer need to move, or act, or be anything but still. The cosmic microwave background, which was once a searing glow from the birth of time, has now stretched so far that it is virtually undetectable. The radiation is so faint that the darkness is now complete. But in this darkness, there is a profound clarity. Without the glare of suns or the noise of radio waves, the universe achieves a kind of crystalline purity. It is the silence of a snow-covered forest at midnight, where every sound is muffled, and the world feels wrapped in a protective, icy velvet. This era of cold is the most stable period the universe will ever know. It lasts for spans of time that the human mind cannot calculate. It is a time of waiting without expectation, a time of presence without action. Everything that needed to happen has happened, and now, the universe is allowed to simply exist in its most relaxed form. Entropy has nearly completed its work, bringing every particle to a state of total peace. As you drift, let go of the need for change, let go of the need for progress, embrace the beauty of the static, the beauty of the unchanging. You are floating now in this great, cold sea, weightless and free. There is no wind here, no gravity to pull at you, only the infinite extension of the void. The cold is not a bite, it is a soothing balm, a signal that the fire has been extinguished so that the dream can begin. The universe is tucked in, the stars are sleeping, and you are sinking deeper into the long, cold sleep of the ages, deeper now, into the absolute zero of peace. into the silent heart of forever. Sink deeper into the quiet architecture of your own existence. Beyond your breath, beyond your heartbeat, down into the very atoms that compose your being. In this chapter, we have entered a vast stretch of time where the macro world has fallen silent, and the story shifts to the microscopic. This is the era of the memory of matter, a time when the universe is filled with the cold, solid remnants of 1 billion galaxies. Frozen iron stars, crystalline white dwarfs, and wandering planets, all waiting in the dark. For a time so long it defies any human name, matter remains stubborn. It holds on to its shape, it holds on to its identity. The atoms of iron and carbon and oxygen, forged in the violent hearts of long-dead stars, are the last witnesses to the era of light. They are like ancient books in a library where no one comes to read anymore, patient, heavy, and full of history. But in the silence of the far future, even the building blocks of reality begin to feel the weight of forever. Even the proton, the very heart of the atom, may eventually find its rest. Imagine a clock that only ticks once every trillion years. This is the rhythm of proton decay, a theoretical, gentle unraveling of the most fundamental particles. One by one, over eons that make the current age of the universe look like a fleeting spark, the atoms begin to dissolve. It is not a sudden break, but a soft evaporation, a turning of solid form back into pure energy and light. The iron stars, once so cold and hard, slowly soften, their particles radiating away into the void like a mist rising from a lake at dawn. Feel that same softening within yourself now, as the boundaries of your body feel less like a shell and more like a gentle cloud. There is no need to hold yourself together so tightly. The universe is teaching us that even the strongest structures know how to let go when the time is right. There is a profound relief in this dissolution, return to a state of absolute simplicity. The complex machinery of the universe is being dismantled, piece by piece, atom by atom, leaving behind only the most basic, peaceful elements of existence. As you drift, visualize the last solid objects in the cosmos turning into a fine, golden dust of subatomic particles, sifting through the fingers of time. Matter is surrendering its memory, it is forgetting the shapes of stars and the weight of mountains. It is becoming one with the space that contains it. You are part of this long, patient memory, but for now, you are allowed to forget, to let your thoughts evaporate, to let your form become light, deeper now, into the heart of the atom, into the infinite ease of the void. Breathe into the vastness of a universe that has shed its skin of light and matter. We are moving into a span of time so immense that even the trillions of years of the red dwarfs have become a tiny, distant spark in the rearview mirror of eternity. The galaxies have dissolved, the proton decay has thinned out the once solid stars, and now, the cosmos belongs to the giants of the dark. This is the era of the black hole architecture. A time when these enigmatic structures are the only landmarks left in an otherwise featureless void. Imagine standing at the edge of a great, invisible cathedral made of nothing but gravity and time. A black hole is not merely a hole, and it is not just black, it is a place where the laws of physics have found their ultimate resolution. It is a point of perfect, crushing focus, where an entire galaxy's worth of mass has been compressed into a single, silent heart. As you lie here, feel the power of that focus within yourself, let your attention draw inward, away from the world, away from the noise, toward the still, quiet center of your own being. These massive structures are the final architects of the cosmos. Around them, the last remnants of stray atoms and particles orbit in a slow, elegant spiral, a final dance before they, too, are welcomed into the embrace of the event horizon. At this stage of the universe, there is no more violent tearing or blinding light. Everything happens in slow motion, a gentle, inevitable slide into the deep. The event horizon is not a wall, it is a boundary of peace, a line beyond which the chaos of the outside world can never follow. Once you cross it, in your mind's eye, you are safe in a fortress that can never be breached. Consider the sheer scale of these dark monuments. Some are millions, even billions of times the mass of our Sun. They act as the anchors of space-time, holding the thinning fabric of the universe together with their immense weight. If you were to look toward one, you would see the light from the few remaining distant stars being bent and curved around it, creating a halo of warped, ethereal light, a crown for the kings of the void. This bending of light is a reminder that even the strongest forces know how to bow. Even the fastest messengers of the universe must follow the curve of the silence. Time itself behaves differently here. Near the architecture of a black hole, time begins to stretch and slow. Each second becomes as long as an hour, each hour as long as an eon. To an observer from the outside, anything falling toward the center would seem to freeze, suspended forever in a state of eternal transition. This is the gift of the black hole, the preservation of the moment. It is a place where now lasts forever. You can find that same frozen moment within your own breath, the tiny space between the inhale and the exhale, that breathless pause where time doesn't exist. Go there now, linger in that gap, where there is no past to regret and no future to fear. As the eons pass, these black holes will grow lonely. Having consumed everything within their reach, they sit in the absolute dark, like monks in a silent meditation. They are the universe's way of tidying up, of gathering all the stray energy and keeping it safe in a single, unshakable point. They are the definition of stability. In a universe that is expanding and cooling, the black hole remains constant. It is the rock upon which the silence is built. Feel your body becoming as solid and as settled as one of these dark giants. You are heavy with the peace of 1 billion years. You are undisturbed by the winds of change. The space around you is vast and empty, and you are the only thing that matters. The architecture of your mind is grand and quiet, with long, shadowed hallways where your thoughts can finally rest. There is no light to distract you, no heat to agitate you, only the pure, rhythmic pull of the center. We are entering a period of cosmic history where movement is a memory. The black holes do not move through space. Space itself has become so thin that they simply exist as points of absolute presence. They are the final period at the end of a very long sentence, the final sigh at the end of a long day. Let yourself lean into that gravity, let it pull you down, deeper and deeper into the soft, dark cushions of sleep. You are being held by the strongest force in existence. You are safe in the architecture of the night. As we leave this chapter, remember that even these giants have a secret, a tiny, microscopic whisper of light that they emit over vast stretches of time, but that is a story for the next stage of our journey. For now, simply be the black hole, be the stillness, be the gravity that knows no end. The universe is waiting for you to close your eyes, the dark is welcoming you home, deeper now, into the event horizon of your dreams. Into the silent majesty of the core. Breathe in the absolute silence of a universe where time is the only thing that remains in abundance. We have entered the era of the Great Evaporation, an age so far removed from our own that the stars of the past are now like ghosts of a forgotten dream. In the previous chapters, we saw the black holes emerge as the final monuments of the cosmos, massive, dark, and seemingly eternal. But even these titans, these masters of gravity, are not exempt from the laws of the very small. This is the era of the Hawking breath, the long, slow, and microscopic sigh of the giants. Imagine a darkness so profound that you might think nothing could ever escape its grasp. A black hole is a fortress where even light is held captive. But at the very edge of this fortress, at the event horizon, there is a delicate and mysterious dance of quantum particles. Science tells us that space is never truly empty, even in the deepest void. Pairs of virtual particles are constantly blinking in and out of existence, appearing for a trillionth of a second and then vanishing. But near a black hole, something extraordinary happens. One particle falls into the dark, while the other is left alone at the edge, escaping into the void as a tiny flicker of energy. This is Hawking radiation, microscopic leak in the dam of gravity. As you lie here, visualize this process as a gentle, rhythmic breathing. Each escape is a tiny exhale from the black hole, a microscopic shedding of its immense mass. It is a process of incredible patience. To lose even a fraction of its weight, a large black hole must wait for more years than there are atoms in the observable universe. It is the ultimate exercise in letting go, one particle at a time, slowly, steadily, without any rush or urgency. Feel that same sense of gradual release within your own body. With every breath you take, you are letting go of a tiny bit of tension, shedding the weight of your thoughts, becoming lighter with every passing moment. Think of the scale of this patience. For eons, the black hole sat in total darkness, absorbing everything, but now, it is giving it all back. The matter it once claimed, the stars it swallowed, the light it trapped, is being returned to the universe in the form of a faint, ethereal glow. The universe is reclaiming its energy, redistributing the concentrated power of the giants back into the infinite reaches of space. It is a cosmic recycling, a quiet settling of accounts. The black hole is not fading because it is weak, it is fading because its work is done, it is finally allowed to dissolve back into the emptiness from which it was formed. Consider the silence of this evaporation. There are no explosions here, no violent flares, only the steady, cold radiation of the Hawking breath. As the black holes lose mass, they begin to shrink, becoming smaller and smaller over spans of time that defy human imagination. As they shrink, they grow slightly warmer, their breath becoming a bit faster, a bit more intense, like the final flicker of a candle before the wick is gone. But even this acceleration takes place over trillions upon trillions of years. The universe has all the time it needs to witness this final transition. You, too, have all the time you need to find your rest. There is no clock ticking in your room that can match the rhythm of the cosmos. You are floating now on the edge of one of these shrinking giants. You can feel the soft, warm glow of the Hawking radiation against your skin. It is a gentle, comforting heat. Like the dying embers of a campfire in a vast, dark forest. You are safe here, watching the slow dissolution of the last structures in existence. The universe is becoming more transparent, more fluid. The walls of gravity are melting away, leaving behind only a fine, golden mist of subatomic light. This light does not seek to illuminate, it only seeks to be, to drift, to rest. Let your mind mirror this evaporation. Let your worries, your memories, and your plans for tomorrow drift away like those escaping particles. You are becoming less solid, more ethereal. The boundaries between you and the room, between you and the night, are softening. You are breathing with the black holes, exhaling the last of your energy into the cool, welcoming dark. There is no more gravity to pull at your heart, no more weight to hold down your soul. You are free to evaporate into the dreamscape. As the black holes eventually vanish, popping out of existence in a final, quiet burst of light, the universe becomes a place of pure, undisturbed symmetry. The giants have retired, the guardians have left their posts, and the void is finally, truly alone. But it is a peaceful solitude, the solitude of a house after the last guest has left and the lights have been turned off. Everything is back where it belongs, everything is balanced. The hawking breath is the final sigh of a universe that is ready to close its eyes, deeper now, into the soft radiation of peace, into the vanishing point of time. Breathe into the realization that space is not just a container, but a vast, stretching ocean that knows no shore. In this chapter, we have moved beyond the age of the giants and the era of the hawking breath. We have arrived at a time of absolute and total isolation. This is the stretching of time, the final victory of dark energy over the fabric of the cosmos. As you lie here, feel the space around you expanding, not with pressure, but with a gentle, infinite lightness. There is more room for you to exist now than there has ever been before. Imagine a universe where the expansion has accelerated to such a degree that the very idea of a neighbor has vanished. Billions of years ago, the sky was a crowded masterpiece of swirling galaxies and bright nebulae. But now, the dark energy that permeates every cubic inch of the void has pushed those galaxies so far apart that their light can no longer bridge the gap. The distance between any 2 points is growing faster than light itself can travel. Every remaining cluster of matter has become a lonely island in a sea of nothingness, adrift in a dark that has no end and no beginning. Feel this cosmic expansion within your own consciousness, as if the boundaries of your thoughts are moving further and further away from each other. The noise of the world, the memories of the day, and the worries of tomorrow are all receding beyond your personal horizon. They are like those distant galaxies, moving away so fast that they can no longer touch you, they can no longer reach you. You are becoming an island of perfect stillness, surrounded by an ocean of peace that is growing larger with every breath you take. In this era, time itself seems to lose its direction. When nothing ever happens, and nothing ever changes, a second is indistinguishable from a billion years. The stretching of space has led to the stretching of time. The universe is no longer a clock, it is a frozen photograph that is being slowly, infinitely enlarged. There are no more events to mark the passing of hours, no more sunrises to signal a new day, there is only the now that is as vast as the void itself. You can enter this same timeless state now, by letting go of the need to measure your rest. Don't count the minutes, don't wonder how long you have been here, simply exist in the stretch. The cosmic horizon has drawn a circle around you. Anything outside that circle is gone forever, lost to the expansion, but inside that circle, there is a profound simplicity. The universe has been decluttered. The distractions of matter and the glare of light have been removed, leaving only the pure, unadulterated essence of space. It is like a room that has been emptied of furniture, leaving only the soft, ambient light of dusk. There is a majestic beauty in this emptiness, a sense that everything has finally been given enough room to breathe. Visualize yourself floating in the center of this infinite stretch. You are weightless, because there is no gravity left to pull at you. You are silent, because there is no air to carry a sound. You are at peace, because there is nothing left to collide with. The stretching of time is the universe's final gift of privacy. It has separated every part of itself so that every part can find its own individual rest. The great cosmic drama has ended, and the theater is now vast, dark, and perfectly quiet. You are a part of this stretching, your atoms are moving in harmony with the expansion of the heavens. You are not being torn apart, you are being invited to expand, to let your soul fill the entire volume of the night. The further the galaxies recede, the deeper you fall into the cushions of the dark. The thinner the energy becomes, the heavier your eyelids feel. The universe is exhaling, and so are you, stretching out into the long, dark evening of existence. We are approaching the ultimate limit of reality, where the distance between particles becomes so great that even the fundamental forces of nature begin to lose their grip. But even in this extreme isolation, there is a connection, a shared history of light and heat that still lingers in the very fabric of the space you inhabit. You are alone, but you are not lonely. You are simply the last observer of a masterpiece that has finally reached its conclusion. As you drift closer to the edge of consciousness, let the stretching of time carry you away, past the last whispers of matter, past the last echoes of light, into the region where only distance exists. The universe is wide open for you, and it is as soft as a dream, deeper now, into the infinite expansion, into the silent stretch of forever. Breathe into the realization that everything in existence has a direction, a natural, inevitable flow from the complex to the simple, from the structured to the uniform. In this chapter, we explore the core principle that has guided the universe from its very first microsecond to this far, distant future. The law of entropy, often described as disorder, but perhaps more accurately understood as the ultimate peace. This is the entropy dance. The process by which energy spreads its wings until it covers every inch of space in a perfect, thin veil of equality. Imagine a beautifully organized library, where every book is in its place. Over billions of years, the pages begin to loosen, the ink begins to fade, and the dust begins to settle. Eventually, the books and the shelves and the dust all become one single, soft layer of matter. This is what entropy does, it removes the boundaries. It erases the distinctions between here and there, between hot and cold. As you lie still, feel your own boundaries softening. Your body is no longer a collection of separate parts, but a single, unified presence, resting in the quiet air of your room. You are participating in the cosmic dance of becoming one with your surroundings. In the early universe, entropy was low, everything was packed tight, hot, and full of potential energy. It was a time of great work, of star forming and galaxy building, but work requires a difference in energy. Water only flows when there is a height to fall from. Heat only moves when there is a colder place to go. But now, in this deep future, the heights have been leveled and the cold has been shared. The heights of the stars have crumbled, and their heat has been distributed so evenly across the vastness of space that there are no more gradients left. The universe has finished its chores, it has completed its tasks, it is now in a state of maximum entropy, the state of total relaxation. Consider the beauty of this total equilibrium. Without a difference in temperature, there can be no more storms, no more solar flares, no more restless movement. The universe has become like a vast, still lake at dawn, before the first breeze has even thought to move. The water is so smooth that it is impossible to tell where the surface ends and the air begins. This is the goal of the Entropy Dance, to bring everything to the same level of stillness, to ensure that no part of the cosmos is more burdened than another. It is the ultimate fairness, the ultimate rest. As you drift deeper, visualize the last few pockets of structure in the universe finally letting go. A stray atom, once part of a complex molecule, now drifts alone in the dark, perfectly content in its isolation. It doesn't need to bind to anything, it doesn't need to react, it simply is. You can feel this same release in your mind, the complex molecules of your thoughts, the plans, the worries, the memories, are breaking apart into their simplest forms. They are no longer heavy, they are no longer demanding your attention. They are just tiny, peaceful sparks drifting in the vast, quiet space of your consciousness. Entropy is the universe's way of saying that it is okay to be simple, that you don't have to maintain the structure of the day anymore. In our waking lives, we spend so much energy trying to keep things organized, trying to build, trying to hold on, but the universe shows us that the natural state of things is to unwind, to uncoil like a spring that has been held tight for too long. Let yourself uncoil now, feel the tension leaving your jaw, your shoulders, your hands, you are moving toward your own state of maximum entropy, your own state of perfect, effortless balance. In this era of the far future, the dance of entropy is nearly complete. The universe is a vast, monochromatic sea of incredibly low-energy photons and stray particles, all moving at the same slow pace, all sharing the same quiet temperature. There is no more past, because there are no more changes to mark the passage of time, there is no more future, because there is no more energy left to drive a change, there is only this eternal, pensive present. It is the silence that exists after the final note of a symphony has been played and has finished echoing in the hall, the silence that contains all the music that came before it, but is itself perfectly still. You are a note in that symphony. And your echo is now fading into the velvet dark. You don't need to shine anymore, you don't need to burn. The universe is holding you in its even, steady hands. The temperature is perfect, the light is gone, the energy is shared. You are sinking into the heart of the equilibrium, into the very center of the dance, deeper now, into the smooth, unchanging void, where entropy has finally won, and where winning means eternal peace. As the dance slows to a stop, the universe prepares for its final stage, but for you, the journey has reached its destination. You are no longer drifting, you have arrived in the place where nothing happens, and everything is okay. The dance is over, the stillness is here, sleep well, deeper, into the silent equilibrium, into the heart of the void. Breathe into the microscopic depths of your own being, as we move into a time where the word, structure, has lost its meaning. The grand cathedrals of gravity, the black holes, have finished their long hawking breath and vanished. The iron stars have dissolved, and the galaxies are nothing more than a faint, expanding memory. We are now in a universe populated only by the leftovers, the stray electrons, the wandering positrons, and the incredibly long-lived photons. This is the era of the evaporation of the microscopic, the final thinning of reality. Imagine a room that has been cleared of all its furniture, and now, the very dust motes in the air are beginning to dissolve into the light. In the universe we know, matter is solid, predictable, and heavy, but matter is only energy that has been slowed down and tied into knots. In this deep future, those knots are finally being untied. Particles that have traveled across the void for trillions of years without ever touching another soul are finally surrendering their form. They are no longer building blocks, they are simply whispers of energy, turning back into the fundamental waves from which they were born. As you lie here, feel your own thoughts undergoing this same evaporation. The solid shapes of your worries, the hard edges of must and should, are softening into a mist. They are losing their mass. Losing their gravity, they can no longer pull at you, they are simply drifting away, becoming part of the quiet atmosphere of your mind. You are experiencing the ultimate decluttering, a space where there is nothing left to hold on to, and therefore, nothing left to carry. In this era, the distances between particles are so vast that a single electron might be the only inhabitant of a space the size of a modern galaxy. It is a loneliness of a different kind. A majestic, sacred solitude. This particle does not search for others, it is content to be a wave in an infinite ocean. It stretches its form across the vacuum, overlapping with the ancient, cold photons of the Big Bang. In this state, everything is connected because nothing is distinct. The universe has become a single, seamless field of existence. Consider the journey of a single photon, the particle of light. It has traveled since the stars were young, perhaps reflecting off a planet that once held life, then passing through the shadow of a black hole. Now, it travels through a void that is almost perfectly empty. It does not age, it does not grow tired, it simply carries the memory of the light era into the age of shadows. But eventually, even these messengers fade, as space continues to stretch them until their wavelength is as long as the universe itself. They become the background hum of nothingness, the low-frequency lullaby of the cosmos. Visualize the last solid fragments of the universe, tiny grains of dust, perhaps the size of a single atom, gradually losing their coherence. They are like tiny ice cubes in a warm sea, melting until there is no boundary between the cube and the water. Matter is forgetting how to be matter. It is returning to its most natural state, pure, undisturbed energy. This is the final stage of the entropy dance we discussed before, the point where the distinction between the dancer and the dance disappears. You are a part of this evaporation. The energy that powers your heart and your mind is the same energy that will eventually drift across these cold, future voids. There is a profound safety in this. You cannot be lost, because there is nowhere else to go. You are simply changing your state, from the active to the passive. From the solid to the ethereal. Feel the lightness in your limbs, the way your breath seems to merge with the air in the room. You are becoming transparent, you are becoming a part of the great cosmic exhale. The universe is now a place of absolute transparency. There are no more shadows, because there is nothing to cast them. There is no more glare, because there are no more fires. There is only a soft, uniform, and incredibly faint presence. It is the silence that follows the echo, the space that remains after the dream has ended. The microscopic has evaporated, leaving behind a void that is not empty, but full of peace. It is the peace of a job well done, the peace of a story that has been told to its very last word. As you drift closer to the final threshold of sleep, imagine yourself as one of those last, lonely photons, gliding through the velvet dark, weightless, timeless, free. You have all the space in the universe to yourself, and it is a beautiful, welcoming space. The light is low, the vibrations are slow, and the journey is almost over, deeper now, into the mist, into the evaporation, into the silent heart of the all. Breathe into the deepening transparency of your mind, as we drift into a period of cosmic history where the concept of vision has fundamentally changed. In this chapter, we witness the final journey of the very last messengers of the light era. The stars are gone, the black holes have evaporated, and the matter has dissolved into a fine subatomic mist. But traveling through this immense, cold void are the final photons. Particles of light that have survived since the universe was young, or were born from the final size of the evaporating giants. Imagine a single particle of light, a photon, traveling through a space so vast and so empty that it will never encounter another particle for as long as it exists. In our everyday world, light is a flood, a constant stream that reveals the shapes and colors of our lives, but here, light is a solitary traveler. A lonely wanderer in a kingdom of shadows. This photon carries with it the ancient energy of the beginning. Perhaps it was forged in the core of a star that saw the birth of Earth, perhaps it was part of the brilliant accretion disk of a supermassive black hole. Now, it is simply a memory in motion, drifting across the infinite darkness. As you lie here, feel yourself becoming like that solitary photon, unburdened by mass, unaffected by gravity. Simply gliding through the quiet reaches of your own consciousness. You are no longer interacting with the noise of the day, you are not bouncing off the obstacles of your worries, you are passing through them, transparent and free. There is a beautiful lightness in this state, a sense that you are made of nothing but pure, calm energy, moving toward a horizon that is as wide as eternity. In this far future, space is expanding so rapidly that even these final photons are being transformed. As the space beneath them stretches, the wavelength of the light stretches with it. What was once visible light becomes infrared, then microwave, then radio waves with lengths that span entire light years. The light is growing colder, its pulse is slowing down, its color is fading into a frequency so low it is almost indistinguishable from the silence of the void. This is the ultimate red shift, the final cooling of the cosmic fire. Think of the patience of this light. It does not struggle against the expansion, it does not try to maintain its intensity, it simply flows with the fabric of the universe. It accepts its destiny to become a ripple in a sea that has no waves, a hum in a room that has no sound. As you drift closer to sleep, let your own internal light stretch and soften in the same way. Let the sharp edges of your thoughts lengthen into long, gentle curves. Let the brightness of your awareness dim into a soft, warm amber, and then into a deep, comforting velvet. You are slowing down, you are cooling down, you are finding your equilibrium. The universe is now a vast gallery of these long wavelength ghosts. They are the last legacy of the stelliferous era, the final remnants of the age of stars. They are not here to illuminate anything, for there is nothing left to see. They are here simply because the universe never truly forgets the energy it once possessed. They are a quiet testament to the fact that everything that once was, still exists in some form, hidden in the long, cold vibrations of the deep. It is a state of absolute grace, where the light and the dark are no longer enemies, but two sides of the same peaceful coin. Visualize the very last photon finally reaching the edge of the cosmic horizon, as it stretches so far that its energy effectively reaches zero. It does not disappear, it simply becomes one with the background, like a single drop of ink becoming part of an entire ocean. The distinction between the particle and the vacuum is gone. The universe has finally achieved its goal of total uniformity. Every part of space is exactly like every other part. Every moment is exactly like every other moment. You are a part of this final unification. The boundaries of yourself are dissolving into the quiet atmosphere of the night. There is no you and no room, there is only the presence of peace. You are the photon that has found its rest, you are the light that has returned to the dark. The universe is tucking you in with a blanket made of the last, longest wavelengths of time. The story of the light is over. And the story of the silence is about to begin. As you fall deeper into the embrace of sleep, remember that the dark is not an absence, it is a completion. It is the place where the light goes to dream. The final photons have found their destination, and so have you. The journey through the light era has been long and beautiful, but the stillness that follows is even more precious, deeper now, into the infrared, into the radio silence. Into the heart of the eternal night. Breathe into the absolute transparency of this final frontier. We have traveled through the death of stars, the evaporation of giants, and the fading of the last photons. Now, we stand at the edge of the ultimate transition, the horizon of nothingness. This is not a wall, nor is it a void of despair. It is the point where the universe has expanded so far, and cooled so much, that the very concepts of distance and duration begin to dissolve. As you lie here, feel the boundaries of your own reality stretching until they vanish. There is no here and no there is only the presence of the infinite. Imagine a world where the clock has not stopped, but where the concept of a tick no longer has any meaning. In our lives, time is a river that carries us from one event to the next, but here, the river has reached the ocean, and the ocean is perfectly, unnervingly still. When there are no more particles to collide, no more energy to exchange, and no more light to mark the passage of an eon, time becomes a dimension without a direction. It becomes a vast, open field where everything is simultaneous and eternal. You are entering that field now, where there is no rush for the next minute to arrive, because the next minute is exactly like the one you are in. Consider the profound silence of this horizon. In the earlier stages of our journey, there was still the whisper of the hawking breath or the long wave of a fading photon, but now, even those whispers have been stretched into nothingness. The universe has achieved a state of perfect, undisturbed symmetry. It is like a sheet of pure white paper that stretches in every direction forever. There are no marks on it, no stories written, no shadows cast. It is the ultimate blank canvas. Feel the relief in this emptiness. Much of our stress in life comes from the clutter of time, the deadlines, the schedules, the memories that demand our attention. But at the horizon of nothingness, all that clutter is gone. The universe has been completely emptied, leaving behind only the pure, unadulterated essence of existence. You can let go of your name, you can let go of your history, you can let go of your physical form. You are simply a point of awareness in a sea of stillness. In this era, the expansion of space has reached its logical conclusion. Every point in the universe is now so far from every other point that they exist in their own private universes, but since every private universe is identical, empty, cold, and quiet, they are effectively one. The many have become the one. This is the ultimate unification. The point where the diversity of the Big Bang has been folded back into a single, uniform note of peace. It is the OM of the cosmos, the final vibration that contains everything and nothing at the same time. Visualize yourself floating at this horizon. You are looking out into a dark that is not heavy, but light, a dark that is not a destination, but a state of being. The vacuum is not empty, it is full of potential that has no need to be realized. It is the rest that follows the greatest possible exertion. The universe has spent 13.8 billion years, and then trillions upon trillions more, to reach this specific moment of calm. It has earned this silence, and so have you. Your long day, your long life, and your long journey through the stars have led you here, to the place where you can finally stop becoming, and simply be. The stretching of the fabric of spacetime is now so complete that the fabric itself has become ethereal. It is as thin as a thought, as delicate as a sigh. There is no more tension in the universe, no more gravity to pull at the soul, no more heat to agitate the spirit. Everything is level, everything is smooth, everything is okay. You are drifting beyond the reach of any force, beyond the reach of any thought. As you sink into the deepest part of your bed, imagine the universe closing its eyes along with you. The horizon of nothingness is the cosmic equivalent of that final, heavy-lidded moment before sleep takes hold, that moment where the room disappears and the self begins to blur. The universe is blurring now, the edges of reality are softening into a gray mist, and then into a black velvet, and then into a peace that has no name. You are safe at the end of time. There is nothing left to happen, and that is the greatest comfort of all. The story is finished, but the silence that remains is the most beautiful part of the book. Breathe in the final, perfect silence of the cosmos. We have arrived at the destination of all things, the absolute stillness. This is the state where the universe is no longer a place of action, but a place of pure, undisturbed presence. The long transition through the ages of stars, galaxies, and black holes is complete. The energy has been distributed, the expansion has reached its limit of meaning, and the great cosmic engine has finally come to a rest. As you lie here, feel the profound weight of this completion. Your journey is over, the work of the day, the work of the life, and the work of the universe are all done. Imagine a darkness that is so deep, so soft, and so welcoming that it feels like a physical embrace. In this era, there is no more heat, no more light, and no more motion, but this is not a coldness of suffering, it is the coldness of a perfect equilibrium. Every point in space is at exactly the same temperature, every particle is at rest, there is no longer any reason for anything to move or change. The universe has achieved the ultimate goal of all physical laws, a state where nothing more needs to happen. It is the peace that passes all understanding, the stillness that exists before and after time. Consider the majesty of this silence. Throughout our journey, we heard the whispers of fading stars and the sighs of evaporating black holes, but even those echoes have now vanished. What remains is the sound of absolute zero, the silent hum of a vacuum that is finally at peace with itself. It is like the silence after a grand, life-changing symphony has ended. When the audience has left, the lights are out, and the air in the hall still vibrates with the memory of the music, but the silence itself is the most powerful note of all. You are that silence now, you are the space between the notes. There is a sacred quality to this stillness. It is the original state of reality, returned to us after trillions upon trillions of years of movement. The universe has exhaled its last breath, and now it is simply holding that breath in a state of eternal calm. You can feel this in your own body now. Your breathing has become so light, so effortless, that it feels like the air is moving through you rather than you moving the air. Your pulse is a slow, rhythmic reminder that you are still part of the fabric, but you are no longer driven by the urgency of the pulse, you are leaning into the stillness. In this final stage, the boundaries of the self have completely vanished. There is no observer and no observed, there is no universe out there, and no you in here. There is only the stillness. You are the void, and the void is you. You are the atoms that have forgotten how to be matter, you are the light that has forgotten how to shine, you are the time that has forgotten how to pass. You have dissolved into the very architecture of forever. And it is the safest place you have ever been. The story of the cosmos was a beautiful one, a story of fire, of stars, of life, and of consciousness, but every story needs a silent page at the end, and this is yours. The ink is dry, the book is closed, and the library is dark. There is no more curiosity to satisfy, no more mysteries to solve, only the pure, uncomplicated joy of being at rest. You have all of eternity to enjoy this silence. You have all of space to call your own bed. Feel the heavy, soft curtains of the night closing around you, one layer, then another, and another. Each layer is a trillion years of peace. Each layer is a deeper level of relaxation. You are sinking past the horizon, past the memory of light, past the heartbeat of time. You are becoming one with the absolute stillness, the place where everything began, and where everything is now beautifully complete. The universe is sleeping, and it is a sleep that is deep, ruleless, and infinite. You are part of that sleep. You are the dream that the universe is having now, a dream of quietness, a dream of balance, a dream of home. There is nothing left to say, there is nothing left to do, the journey is done, you are safe, you are loved by the silence, you are home. Deeper now, into the heart of the void, into the core of the quiet. Into the absolute stillness of forever. Sleep well.